Welcome to Crimson Tide Connection, your source for Crimson Tide sports. Today I'm here with the head coach of the Alabama volleyball team, Ed Allen. Coach, how are you?
Doing great, Chris.
Excellent, Coach. You had a great weekend as well. You went 3-0 in the Clemson Classic. Your team won its third straight tournament title. How would you assess your team's play this past weekend?
Well, you know, our setter Sierra's getting healthier every week. We've got young players that are gaining experience with every match, and so, you know, we're pleased with the progress, particularly over the course of the last 2 weeks.
Well, Coach, you played a 5-set thrilling match against Clemson, where you played a fourth set that ended 38-36. You responded by winning 15-13 to open the tournament. Just how good of a match was that against Clemson to open up that tournament?
Well, it was pretty wild, to say the least, and I don't know, we probably had 20 or 25 Clemson fans greet us after the match. You know, they were just so excited about it. But you know, it'd been great if we'd have capitalized on the 3 opportunities we had to win that. But we felt good about the fact that we battled them. I think they served 10 times for the set, and before they finally got it. And really pleased with how our players responded in the 5th set in a pretty hostile environment.
Coach, after a thrilling match like that you played against Clemson, how difficult is it to turn around a mere 12 hours later and play twice the next day?
Yeah, it's real tough. I think we played 3 total matches in about a 26-hour window, and our kids were physically and mentally exhausted, you know, when we finished up at about 5 o'clock. So, but again, a very good test for them, ways that we can continue to learn to grow, and I thought they responded well for the tournament.
Coach, also we were talking a little bit earlier, you defeated a good Delaware team that's a perennial NCAA tournament team.
Absolutely, and you know, to have to turn around and play them after such an emotional and physically taxing match, you know, from the night before, I think our kids responded extremely well.
Well, Coach, for the 3rd time this season, Crystal Rivers was named the MVP of a tournament, and this week she was named the SEC Freshman of the Week. I know we talk about her every week, but just how important has she been to the team this season?
Well, her improvement over the past year has probably been as remarkable as any kid that I've had in probably the last 20 years. And, you know, she's an intelligent kid who's physically gifted. And when you put those 2 things together, I think she also has an uncanny ability to transfer information about as fast as any athlete that we've had. And so we're excited about what really what the next 3 to 4 years holds for her.
Well, Coach, aside from Crystal, Brittany Thomas and Laura Steiner are both averaging over 3 kills per set this season. How important is it to have balanced hitting numbers like that?
Well, it is, and you know, I think for Brittany to come in and perform as well as what she has this year says a lot. You know, she is up and down, but you know, can be expected with the amount of responsibility that we have on her. And Laura's continuing to progress. Was, you know, a huge contributor last year offensively, and is picking up where she left off there. And we're also getting more production out of Catherine White in her junior year. And so, you know, that balance is huge. I think having middles that draw attention frees up the pins a little bit more, and consequently those players are having great seasons. And you know, Andrea McQuaid was an all-tournament selection this past year on the right side, and again, a lot of that has to do with Crystal and Catherine.
Well, Coach, coming off that great weekend at Clemson, the team is on a 9-match win streak entering the week and will play a nationally ranked Kentucky team on Sunday to start SEC play. How important is it to have that kind of momentum that you had at Clemson going into this conference matchup against Kentucky?
Well, you know, we feel like each week we've been tested, you know, just a little bit more, and we feel like this past week was huge for us in that preparation. We know that we've got a extremely talented Kentucky team that probably has frustrated, I think, 2 of the last 3 years that they've come over here. They've lost here, and so I'm sure they're going to come in quite prepared for that match, and you know, we're excited about the challenge.
Well, Coach, good luck against Kentucky. I know it's going to be an exciting matchup. I'm sure you're ready to get that one going. But for now, thanks for joining us today.
You bet. Thanks, Chris.
For head coach Ed Allen, I'm Christopher England, and that's it for this edition of the Crimson Tide Connection.